some cheer. Go grab last year's fruitcake and let it thaw out. Put a Bud Light can on the top of the tree, Scotch tape some socks on the front of the chimney, and sing out loud, 'cause old Red's coming to town. Yeah, and deck the double wide with boughs of...
Well, just like I had projects on the boat, I'm going to start a project. I don't know if anybody's going to be interested in it. Not even sure if I'll end up posting it, but I'm going to install a DC to DC charger. So a DC to DC charger is basically simple terms of if I just hook up either an alternator or my battery to a fifth wheel, I'm going to have lithium in the trailer. If I don't put a DC to DC charger in there, it could ruin some components, put too much stress on the battery and alternator. So DC to DC charger will limit how many amps can go through it. I'm going to get a Victron DC to DC 30 amp charger, so it'll limit it to 30 amp. Now my truck has 2 alternators, 2 batteries. I think pretty much all diesels have the 2 batteries. And what I'm going to do is I got some 4-gauge wire. I ran it into a chart and it says use 4-gauge wire. You might be able to get away with a little bit smaller wire if you don't use as many amps, but it's safe to use a 4 amp. So what I'm going to do is I have these. I got 50 foot of 4-gauge wire. Just got that on Amazon. I'm going to connect it to here, run it through here, and then you have to have a fuse. So I bought this 60 amp fuse is what they recommend. So that was going to go somewhere right along through here. I'm going to run the wires, and of course negative terminal will be here, positive there, run it through here. Somewhere along through here, down underneath the truck, along with another bundle of wires. And of course when I do that, I will wrap it in. Oh, this stuff right here, so to protect it. So I'll tape the 2 wires, positive and negative, together, and then I'll wrap it. And this 4-gauge wire, you're going to need a 3/4 inch this loom stuff. I originally had a 1/2 inch and it wasn't big enough, so I had to send it back and got the 3/4 inch, and it works fine. So I put the wire in that, and then I have some Anderson connectors. These are the A120s, which can handle the amperage that's going to be sending through them. And I have this connector right here. You can see there's already an Anderson connector in there, and I'm going to mount it right here. So I'm going to have to put a hole into the bed of the truck. Now I made myself a template to go right there already. So when I cut the wires and crimp them, I can cut the wires with this, strip them. I'll just strip them with a knife. And I bought myself a 16-ton hydraulic crimping tool. I went with 16-ton because it can get some bigger wires in it. Like I think it can go to 4/0. And of course this one was in metric, so I had to made myself a cheat sheet where the 4/0 is the 120, which is this one right here, and this one goes all the way up to 240. So I'm not sure what size that is, but this is a 16-ton. It can do the real big size. And you know, if I do an inverter with you know, a 12 volt, say I want a 3000 watt inverter and I got 12 volt lithium batteries, I'm going to need a pretty big crimper to crimp those wires on there, make sure they're on there nice and tight. I think this was a good investment. It probably cost $55 or something like that, and you can get some that are $40 that are 10 and 12 ton. So that's my project for now. I'll probably do time lapse on this. We'll see how it turns out. It is, let's see, about 10:45. Of course I'll stop and take a break. Finally some sunny. It's supposed to get about low 60s today, so I'm gonna see if I can't get it done today, but let's do it.
Unwrap the whiskey, let's get jolly. Better run, 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 Uncle Slim's already drank too much.
Okay, I tried doing time lapse on this, but I was probably out of the picture most of the time. I kept forgetting my tools and everything, so I had to, you know, get some extra sockets for that. I had to get a little bit of everything. Let's do a little update. Pick my stuff here so I can show you what I did. Okay, I had to heat shrink that, so I had to get something to heat shrink that with. So I put it on the positive post, put a little protector on it, and then I screwed my fuse block into here and put that on there. So this end right now it's not hot, but if I activate it, it will be hot. So now it's time to measure my wire from here, and this is where my black terminal is going to be, and run it to the back. But first of all, I'm going to tape this together, some of it, and then put that black sheathing on it, and start running it to the back of the truck. So I don't know if I'll time lapse this or not. Maybe they'll be better because I already have all the tools out here, and it really doesn't take any tools to wrap that stuff up. So let's give it a shot.
Double wide with boughs of holly, unwrap the whiskey, let's get jolly. Better run, Rudolph, Uncle Slim's already drank too much, and he's on that hunt.
Okay, I got my 4-gauge wire taped up, protective sheathing on it. I was originally going to run it from the front to back, but I think what I'll do is run it in the back and up forward, because I don't want to use any extra 4-gauge wire than I have to, because that stuff's getting expensive. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, I got a wire puller. I'm going to go ahead and feed that up through the back here, and make sure I leave enough space so the wire can get up. Let's see if this will take a picture. So it's going to start up, I probably can't see it, but right up in here, and then I'm going to run it down somewhere down through here along the rail frame rail. But you'll be able to see it after I get it run. I'll go ahead and film that, see if it comes up. Okay, I got the wire puller installed or run through it. Nice orange one, so I think it'll be easier to see than the actual cable I'm running. So it's gonna run up here, and there's space up into here underneath the wheel well. I'll zip tie the wire up there, and it's gonna run up through here. Here's a bundle of wire right here, and there where it goes on top of the gas tank for just a little bit. Let's see, and then it's gonna come out in front of the tire on the left side. Let's see if I can't get a view from that side. Okay. I just got this cardboard stuff down so I can slide up on it. Okay, so you can see it coming up kind of on top of the gas tank there. Gonna run around through here, and it's following this bundle of wire. You can see it's coming up right there. I'm just be zip tying it to that. Follow it up, and then it's gonna have a wheel housing protector right here. It goes on the inside of that, and there's another bundle of wires right up there. I'm gonna attach it to that. It's going to come up through that mess, hopefully, down through here, so up here and here. Let's see how long it's going to take me. I think it's all right. It's about 2 o'clock now, so If I can get it done in 30 minutes, that'd be awesome. But you know how things are. You think they should take 10 minutes and ends up taking 2 hours or something. So I'll let you know if I get it done. Well, I'll get it done. I'll let you know how long it takes. Well, it didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought it'd take me an hour and a half to run the line. But I got it about where I need it to be right here. I might have to encase that a little bit more. I did have to take the line apart a little bit to go over some stuff that I wasn't properly routed. So this is how I did it. Took the line puller through here, taped it all up through here. Works pretty good. Like I said, took me about 29 minutes, 30 minutes. Now I just have to zip tie it up, and I was pretty pleased with that. All right, it's about 3:30. It took me maybe hour and a half to run everything up and down. I had to my wire puller, I had to change the route once or twice, but I finally have it up here. Zip tied a couple times here, and then I just have to clean off the terminal ends before I put it on there and hook it up. Like I said, it's about 3:30. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, even though it's nice and it's probably about 65 degrees out. It's time for me to go exercise, so I'm gonna do that, and then the next day or two I'll put a hole up in here, put this in, wire it in, and I'll be done. I don't know if I did the easy part or the hard part first, but my truck has the undercoating on it, and it's still, well, they did it a couple months ago, and so my hands get still real dirty from crawling up in there and putting my hands up and everything. But I got it all zip tied, and for right now I don't have it hooked up, but I just have it sitting right here in case I need to drive the truck somewhere. Triple zip tied right there, and I just have to go right up in here where the hole's at, and then I'll be done. So anyways, good part of it done today. I was worried about running it, but it's done pretty good. I followed another bundle of wire that was run back there, and I just zip tied it to that all the way through. So pretty good. I'll let you know the finishing in. Well, we're at day 2 of the install of the DC to DC charger. I have pretty much everything run underneath the truck. The wires run. I do have to do some final connection up front. To put our Anderson connection, I made a little template here, and so if you can see, this will fit right in. It'll fit like that, and I have this little indentation right here, so these top screws will slide right in. Let's see if I can't set the camera up. You guys see that a little better. So you can see I'm going to have it so it will slide just like this when I have the hole drilled in. And what I'll do is I'll try to make sure this is square, tape this up here, and then there we go. Now you can probably see it better. Tape it up here and notch this part out right here. I'm going to use a combination of, I'm going to start out with a drill for this notch. Good gravy. There we go. So I'm going to start out, after I have this up, I'm going to start out with this drill right here, because it's hard to, if I cut this out first and then try to drill it, it's like trying to drill a half a hole, and the bit's not going to like it. So I'm going to start out with this first, then cut around here, and then probably put it up, stick it up there, and then drill these out. So that's the plan, and I'll put it in time-lapse mode again, and see how it goes, see how long it takes this time. I probably have about 3 hours into wiring up to the batteries and running it along the railing down below. So
Ice down and get it, put the tailgates down, and the inflatables out, 'cause old Red's coming to town. Santa's bringing his bag full of toys, giving it out to all the good girls and boys. Pretty sure we're on the naughty list, so Santa just might.
Well, that went a little better than expected, so now let's go ahead and put the holes in for that. In place while I drill the rest of them. Make those holes just a little bit bigger. I may just jump up to the next size drill bit, which of course I didn't bring out here. So anyways, all right, so now I'm going to go ahead and run the wire up and put on the connectors for the Anderson connector, and getting close to done. Nice. Okay, I have everything set up to install. I pulled the wire through. I'm going to cut this back, install these little lug connectors that will fit into this Anderson connector like that. I'll heat shrink them. I'm going to put them on with my hydraulic press. And then I have this butyl sticky, it's kind of like tape, but it's butyl sticky stuff. It's black. So I'm gonna, I'll peel it back off of here, and I'm going to put it around to help seal, keep water out of this system down there. So is everything done 100% like it should be? Probably not. Like I'm sure these things are supposed to be, you know, torqued down. I'm gonna snug them down. But just don't get them too tight, otherwise you know, you could crack this. But I'm also going to use, and I forgot to bring it out, some blue Loctite on this right here, so it doesn't vibrate loose. So snug them up. Got blue Loctite on them. I also use blue Loctite up by when I hooked up the battery as well, making those connectors keep them firm. So I'll put it on time lapse now, and you can watch it. Whoops, wrong one. I was supposed to put it on time lapse. Let's try that again.
But just in case he's had a little too much, forgot that list where we're on the top of. Better act right now, 'cause old Red's coming to town. Yeah, and deck the double wide with boughs of holly. Unwrap the whiskey, let's get jolly. Better run, Rudolph, Uncle Slim's already drank too much, and he's on that.
Okay, that was a hard, that wasn't the hard part. I got that butyl stuff around the outside, keep it sealed up. Hard part is to get these washers and these nylon nuts. They're stainless steel on the back side. I'll probably have to have help for this one. I'm not sure if I'll film it or not, but since then the wind's picked up, and it's a little cool here in the breeze. It's probably upper 50s. supposed to get about 65 today. So let me see if I can't reach in underneath the wheel well and put these nuts on. That'd be nice if I could just, if it works out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Finally got the wire install done for the DC to DC charger. Now I'm doing the isolated DC to DC charger, which I don't have on me right now, but I've just seen someone else wire up a non-isolated one to their fifth wheel camper. I think they could do that because they were using a not the fifth wheel hitch, but the gooseneck, which is direct contact to the steel bed of the truck, where if you have a fifth wheel, sometimes people have those little plastic plates in between where they connect, and it probably won't work that way. So I went ahead and did the non-isolated, so I have to have a positive and negative on each side. So I got it all done. The circuit breaker is in. It's connected to the positive right there. Got some extra sheathing around it, protect it here. Here's the negative right here. Of course, it runs down through. I used plenty of zip ties, tied it to the previous wire bundle that's going underneath the truck. All right, let's take a look at, I got this all done. You can see I kind of use the butyl stuff and squirting out just a little bit. That'll give it a nice good seal. And I also, to help hold the screws, and I put just a little bit around the screw heads, so those are also a little bit sealed, and then I cleaned it up. I don't know if you can see that. So that's all done, and when you're all said and done, that's what it looks like. Let's see if I'm getting any voltage out of this thing. Just turned it on. Alright. Set up so you can see it. .58, so it works. Alright, that's how it will look. Of course, this is a, I can take this down now. This is a, I'm in a Chevy truck. And let's see if we can't see what it looks like underneath. How it's wired. This thing's magnetic, this little thing, and it works great. Alright, I have it coming up right through here. Triple zip tied it there. It's going through the frame bed right there, so right there. Double zip tied right there, there. Of course, these are usually the connecting points as well to where the regular bundle is coming from the truck. And then let's see if I can't get up a little bit more. That's what it's going to look like connected to the back side of the truck. So everything's finished. I just have to get the DC to DC charger for the trailer, install that. I'm hoping that will be easier than putting it on the truck, since it's basically going to connect wire, and then of course the fifth wheel trailer will be pulling behind it, and it won't be so hard running the wire. So got that part done. It works great, looks great. Hope that helped. Now that I have the truck wired up for the DC to DC charger, I'm in the process of wiring up from the truck to the trailer. We have our gooseneck here. I had a wire puller right here, and I poked it through up in here. You can see I taped the two wires together, then I put some protectant stuff around it, and ran it so it went all the way up underneath here, and it came out right here. You can see I have this back part off on the hitch, and then eventually, well, I'm also in the process of, I'm going to drill this out a little bit more, or just drill a new hole so I can put this wire through this cable. And then I'm just going to strap it along with the other one, and then just tie them together. And then the truck will be here. Let's see, it connects here and it'll be right about over here. So I'll just make it the same length as this one. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna have the DC to DC charger. I figure it's gonna go right up along here, over here, and then it's probably gonna be along this back wall somewhere. So I may wait until I get some of that stuff hooked up, so I can, you know, if I have an extra foot, I don't want to waste it because that copper stuff's expensive. And I can just pull it back out through this way, or just have access up here that can go, you know, wherever I need and cut a little bit off there. So wasn't as bad as I thought. Like I said, running it through here, it's working out pretty good. I didn't film myself putting in the hole up here by the gooseneck, but I just drilled a hole up here. Actually, I took this off all the way around here, and it comes right off. It has some sticky stuff on the other side. I don't know if it's butyl or something like that, probably something along that line. And just run along here. I'm going to zip tie it along with this one. It hooks right up. The 7-pin I measured, it's about 4 feet away, so which is right about here to there. So I have plenty of line, and then I'll just tuck this up here when it's not in use. So I got that part all tidied up. Shouldn't go anywhere. Looks good. I just did it with a regular screwdriver. I didn't want to use a electric drill because I was afraid, you know, just plastic stuff. I didn't want to strip that out. So just take your time, do it with a screwdriver so you don't strip it out.
Light the bonfire, y'all gather round. Ice down and get it, put the tailgates down, and the inflatables out, 'cause old Red's coming to town. And the inflatables out, 'cause old